Hey guys, it's Chris. I'm back with another reaction. Today we got the latest from Angry Cops. Soldier instructs how to get kicked out of the military versus Angry Drill Sergeant. Oh, I hope you got your ponchos ready because the Angry Drill Sergeant's coming out. The first three rows may get wet, so let's just dive into it.
What a great day to be in the army! My drill sergeant sense is tingling, but that can only mean one thing. Some brand new boot active duty soldier is advising troops on how to get kicked out of the army? Yeah!
Isn't that dirtbag private's job?
I don't think so. We ain't gonna see drill sergeant until we make a little bit of that money. Because today's video sponsor is World of Tanks. And now for your regularly scheduled drill sergeant. Yeah! He's adapting. One of the proudest moments in any military member's career is the day that they graduate basic training. Oh, the day you become a soldier, airman, marine, seaman, etc., Space Force potato. But this female soldier who is still currently in.
Oh, you just have ratchet bitch written all over your face. Just looking at you. How much reefer did you smoke before you made the whatever dumbass video he's getting ready to rip? Holy shit. And what is up with your hair? Bitch, take those fucking braids out.
Made a video telling soldiers how to get out of the military without completing their contract. And I know you're thinking, oh, she couldn't possibly talk about dishonorable discharges as an option to leave the military. You would be incorrect.
I have to make this video on how to get out of the military because they try to make it seem like there's no way out but to finish your contract. But there's people like me who's going to tell you that that is a complete lie and there's so many ways to get out.
Why? What is your purpose for making this video? Why do you feel it necessary to teach people who are about to be in how to quit?
I say that it is very normal and common for soldiers, especially new soldiers in the military, to have depression, anxiety, stressed out, and you can use that as a way of getting out if you really don't want to be in.
I know when you can quit. I know when you should quit, and I know how far I could push you. You want to know how many privates have come up to me and said, "Drill Sergeant, oh, I can't make it. I got tiny heart syndrome. I want to quit. I want to quit, Drill Sergeant. I want to talk to you, chaplain."
Probably more than half of every single new batch of recruits that you get. Yeah, I would bet green money that every single drill sergeant has on more than one occasion gotten some turd private come up to them saying that they can't hack it. Probably some even less than a week into basic training. And you want to go and make it easier for them to get out? You want to give them advice on how to get? Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm a civilian. I wouldn't be able to pass the medical to get into the military because my feet are flatter than Natalie Portman. I think you should go fuck yourself.
And I've said, shut up, Private. I'll fucking get to that later. All right, we gotta finish this obstacle course. So you're gonna go finish this obstacle course, and then I'll talk to you about quitting. Got it? Yes, just actually, okay. And then, almost as if I planned it that way, they forget to fucking quit because I knew that they had it in them. But here you are. Instead of supporting our troops, they may have a little bit of a breakdown. Oh, I just need somebody to say, shut the fuck up and do it.
Yeah, instead of a motivator, you want to be an enabler. And the thing is, you should never enable people, whether they're thinking about quitting or whether they have personal problems or they're having addictions. You should never enable people. You never, because that just makes them create more excuses, and that just makes them become instead of. That just makes them become leeches, is what I'm getting at. So, Yeah. How the fuck are you still in the military? Oh my god.
Here you are to say, allow me to help you fuck yourself.
So the first thing and probably the most effective way that you can get out of the Army is by using the mental health route. So let's say, for an example, I'm an Army soldier and I'm wanting to get out of the military by using mental health. I'm gonna go to behavioral health almost every other day, if not every day, or as often as I can, and I'm gonna show out.
Your number one answer for getting out of the military is to feign a mental health illness? You disgusting turd. I got another idea. How about you just make a fucking video about how to fucking abuse the mental health services in the military to get yourself kicked out of the military? I think that video posting would probably be a great way to get the fuck out of the Army.
I'm going to give them every reason to believe that I am
Yeah, what he said. How the fuck are you still in? How the fuck are you still? I guarantee you, if Trump was still in office, this bitch would not still be in the Army. I guarantee you that no way this shit would slide under Trump.
fit to be in the military.
For you to actually suggest this route as a viable option to get yourself out of the military shows the lack of military bearing and zero Army values you had instilled in you from the beginning.
Saying things like, hey, I got voices in my head, or hey, I can talk to aliens. Here's an alien right here.
Yeah, how much you want to bet she went through Fort Jackson? Relaxin' Jackson. Yeah, those fuck nuggets who not too long ago had some turd in red phase break out from basic training with an unloaded rifle and jack a school bus full of kids because he had enough of the Army in basic training. I'm a lazy fucker, and I think that guy's a turd. And I think I'm a lazy fucker, and I think you're a turd.
Pretend you're hearing voices? This is how stupid this huge sack of shit is. You know how difficult it is to fake schizophrenia? That's a 24-hour, 7 days a week mental illness that people gotta deal with. You can't just turn it off. It's like watching a private say, I'm having a seizure, drill sergeant. Private, just because you're intentionally shaking your fucking hands doesn't fool me into thinking that you're having a seizure. Oh, you see this? You see me doing this? This is every fucking private pretending to have a seizure that's nowhere close to real. If you've ever seen a real seizure, it looks nothing like you trying to roll your eyes in the back of your head and shake. Much just like a psych fucking doctor would know.
Yeah, I've seen people have seizures. If I'm a drill sergeant and I see you trying to fake that, I'm kicking your ass until you actually do start shaking.
Know that you saying, I hear voices telling me to eat spinach and shove a can of broccoli up my ass isn't probably your brain freaking the fuck out. Funny side note, I did have a friend of mine after a tour go to a mental health specialist and tell them he thought he was the king of Spain. This ain't Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You can't just take a thermometer, shove it up against a fucking light, warm it up, and stick it in your mouth and go, I'm sick, I got a mental illness. I guess I gotta go. Can't go to Army work. Fake a mental illness. You better Daniel Defoe that shit and get into character long term if you're gonna fake it.
Yo, Daniel Defoe? I'm going to start using that from now on, Sarge. As long as it's okay if I steal that, I'm going to start using Daniel Defoe. Yo, two of the greatest actors that have ever lived, combining into one. Oh my god, that is fucking genius. And that is one of the reasons I love Angry Cops. Because he just... what takes me a minute or two to come up with, he could just pull out of his sphincter. And it's always going to be 5-star gold.
So I've actually seen this method work for a lot of people in the military. I've actually had a couple battle buddies who's used the mental health route and they got out.
That's an ongoing topic that she loves to bring up throughout her very educational video. That she just loves hanging around malingerers and fakers and pieces of shit that want to quit and get out. Huh. I wonder if there's a correlation between the two.
So another way that you can get out of the military is actually by refusing to train. This is probably one of the most effective and quickest ways to get out. But I do want to say that refusing to train probably works best for people who has not got to their duty station. So people who's in basic training or their job training, AIT, that's going to be your best friend. It's saying, hey, I'm not training. I refuse to train.
Refusal to train gets you out of basic training fast? You idiot.
So I actually had a battle buddy in basic training who used this as a way of getting out.
Oh, and I'm surprised you were friends with them. Shitbirds of a feather flock together.
Within our second week of basic training, she went to the commander and said, hey, like, I don't want to do this. I'm not doing it. It's not for me. I want to go home. And you know what they did? They sent her home within 2 weeks.
Just because you never saw him again doesn't mean he went fucking home. No.
Oh, no. No, what probably happened is they took that turd, put him in a holdover group, and then recycled him to the next company of basic trainee. Because that's what happens. Yeah, I have a cousin in the Army. Yeah, and yeah, I know this is shit that happens. You get sent, you get in a holdover group, you get recycled to the next company, and if you fuck up over there, they're going to send you to the next company because the Army doesn't give up.
Now, if you are a refusal to train, we will send you back to a new iteration of basic training so that you can get the chance to learn it all over again. Because we won't give up on you in the Army. Not even after your second, third, or fourth iteration of basic training. We'll make your quitting attitude quit before we do.
Yeah, the quickest way, and Rich has said, Sergeant has said this, the only reaction channel I regularly watch, ex-military criminals point out, the quickest way out of basic training is to just graduate. It's only 9 weeks. 9 weeks. It's going to feel like the longest 9 weeks of your life, but once you finish, you're set.
I guarantee you that fucking quitter watched all of you, including you, dirtbag, graduate and walk across the graduation ceremonial field as he sat there.
They sent her home within 2 weeks. And I was like, bro, I should have did that. I don't know what's wrong with me. That's what I should have did.
God, I wish you had. Why did you stay? Why the fuck did you stay? You're literally the epitome of one of those children that has their ice cream knocked over, then whaz and cries to mommy, and has all the other kids' ice creams taken away because you couldn't have any. I'm having a bad time in the Army, so I gotta make sure everybody else pays for my fuck up.
I hate people that are like that so much, where it's like, if I can't be happy, nobody can be happy. And fuck you. Sorry your parents didn't love you enough to teach you that the world doesn't revolve around you, but go fuck yourself.
So another way that you can get out of the military is by being really bad in PT.
Oh, wow, the soldier that says fake mental illness says don't try it PT. Wrong.
So you can fail your PT test a couple times, and you're probably headed out the door. Like, you ain't hear this from me, but if you just, try your least and you're not performing well in PT, you're done.
Oh, you can pass basic training without passing PT, but here's the rub. You'll get sent to a fucking fat camp where all the fatties and ones that didn't pass PT but passed everything else get to live out their lives for the next 60 to 90 days doing PT 3 to 4 times a day until they can send you to AIT. Oh, so you're just going to be stuck in basic training longer.
So another way that you can get out of the military.
Yo. I swear you need to make a new character that is like the Army version of the Joker, because that face and that laugh, that is drill sergeant, that is Joker to a T. Yo. Yeah, if we got a drill sergeant Joker, that would just be 5-star gold, like everything else on this channel.
So another way that you can get out of the military for enlisted women only is to get pregnant. And of course, if you're still in your training stage and you haven't been in longer than 180 days or 6 months, you're done.
So you're going to tell me that instead of just finishing out a year or two of a career in the military, you're going to get pregnant instead and have a lifelong commitment to a child? I feel like one of these is the lesser of two evils when it comes to commitment. Well, what a hard choice. Maybe I could just finish basic training, my job training in a 6-month period, and then complete my military career. Maybe even switch over to the Guard or Reserve if I don't want to be active anymore. Or I could have a child. Only 18 years minimum of commitment. By the way, if you're boning one of your battle buddies in basic training, you are not getting an honorable discharge because as trainees, you cannot fornicate. In the Army, we call that fraternization.
Okay, so legit, my older sister started a relationship with a Marine who was shipping out to Iraq shortly after she graduated from high school. And she joined the National Guard and she started doing basic training there. And she wound up being pregnant, and they had to 86 her. You know, which really, on the one hand, sucks because she could have had a pretty solid career in the National Guard, but at the same time, you know, she's got a really badass son. So, I mean, could that's still not advice you should be giving because, as he's pointing out, you're definitely not getting an honorable for fucking your battle buddy. Oh no.
So now you're going to have a baby, no job, and a baby daddy that got no job. Wow, really setting these soldiers up for success.
So another way that you can get out of the military is by using your religious beliefs.
Oh, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and Tom Cruise can't help you now.
So if you go to your commander and you say, hey, this is against my religion, thou shall not kill, I will not kill, steal nothing, you're done. They are getting you out the door. I've actually seen this personally. I know someone I met in AIT, and he went to the commander and he said, hey, it's against my religion. I'm a Muslim. I cannot kill. I will not do it. I won't put my foot down. And hey, I just know after 2 weeks, I never saw him anymore, and he was done. Like they was done with him.
Good luck. All of a sudden you remember that you can't kill anybody. Oh no. Too bad the chaplain's gonna tell you to suck it up because he believes in God and he's still in the military. And you ain't getting out just because you just found God in basic training. Oh no, they'll change your career. Oh, you don't want to be a shooter 11 Bravo? That's fine. Be a cook or a chaplain's assistant. I mean, you just found God. What?
Or that guy, and I know that guy from the movie Hacksaw Ridge. I know that movie took place in World War II, but Dawes was a medic. He refused to pick up a gun and shoot anybody, but he was a very, very effective combat medic. You know, just because you aren't going to pick up a gun and shoot somebody doesn't mean your MOS isn't going to change in some capacity.
Why not continue that career? Drill sergeant, I quit. I can't kill anybody. It's against my religion. You're in supply. You're not killing anybody. Get back in the fucking formation. And you couldn't use that because your MOS is medical. 68 Sierra. Oh, preventative medicine specialist. No wonder you want to get out. Maybe instead of making shitty YouTube videos telling soldiers how to get dishonorably discharged, you should go check the fucking defect fridge for mold. I think there's a kid swing in the park that's a little bit loose. So
I wanted to save this last way of getting out the military for the last one, mainly because it's probably the longest process. However, it may be the best route to take depending on the person. So with that being said, you can use medical reasons as a way of getting out of the military. So this person actually had arthritis. I don't know how they didn't catch that before she came in, but yeah, she had arthritis, and when she started complaining about it and they started her process, it probably took maybe 6 to 7 months. However, the Army has to pay her for the rest of her life.
Medical discharge in basic training from a pre-existing condition? If they can prove it, you ain't getting paid dick. Thanks for showing up. You didn't put that on the form when you came in here. Not our fault.
Now, there are so many other ways that you can use to get out of the military, but for the purpose of this video, I wanted to keep it honorable discharge friendly, if you know what I mean. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all.
Honorable discharge? No. There's no, I don't buy that for a minute. There's no way you're getting an honorable if you failed to make it known on your enlistment sheet that you had a pre-existing medical condition, or if you happened to fuck somebody in your company and wound up getting pregnant. Now, when my sister got pregnant and started the National Guard and then she got out, you know what she got from the Guard? Zip, zero, nada, nothing, absolutely nothing. You dumb cunt.
In my next video. Bye.
What's your name? Alexis? Like the car? That reminds me of the Kanye song.
She's so precious with the peer pressure. Couldn't afford a car, so she named her daughter Alexis. Yeah.
Since Mercedes, Lexus, whatever, skipped over these important parts of her diatribe of diarrhea, let me inform you. Feigning a medical or mental health issue is called malingering, and you will get a dishonorable discharge for that, along with fraternization, aka fucking in basic training getting pregnant, and failing to train or failure to adapt. All other than honorable or dishonorable. But what does it mean to get a dishonorable or other than honorable discharge? Aren't there consequences? Oh, there sure are. You will pay back every cent of a bonus that you got when you signed up. Oh, is that 20 grand that I get for being a medic? Oh, I want to quit. Wait a second. I've got to pay that 20 grand that I already spent on a Camaro back to the Army? Oh, no. You can bet the government's going to get that money. And you can kiss getting any other government job or security clearance fucking gone, baby. Federal, state, city, if they ask you, why did you get a dishonorable discharge? You're gonna have to explain why you kept shitting your pants at the mental health clinic just so you could try to fake to get out. On second thought, I'd love for you to fake a mental illness, cause watching you eat shit would make my fucking day. If you have to watch a video of how to quit the military before you even sign up, it ain't for you. Turn off the video. Walk away from the computer and get some fucking fresh air. And
yeah, the military is not for everybody. Ask every single veteran on the planet. They will tell you the military is not for everybody. You know, it ain't for me. And I'm okay admitting that. But I'm still supporting y'all from the home front. Unlike this crazy woman.
And two, this 20-year-old piece of shit doesn't know her ass from a hole in the ground trying to explain away why people in her basic training class magically disappeared. I pray to God that your command sees the video that you put out telling soldiers to feign mental and medical illnesses just to get out. Shit, why don't you just tell them to smoke a bunch of crack and piss out at a piss test? There's no negative repercussions there. It's just the same as fighting a drill sergeant or feigning medical illness or refusing to train. Why didn't I think of this? Because it's gonna fuck up your life.
Because pretty much every turd in a basic training class in every branch of the military has tried one or more of those quick hacks for getting out. I guarantee fucking to you. And yo, since Angry Cops did a video on this chick, I guarantee you her command is gonna see it, because he's big enough to where the command is going to end up taking a look at that. The overwhelming majority of his viewers are prior enlisted or currently enlisted, maybe even a few non-commissioned, maybe even a few NCOs in there. I guarantee you her command's going to see this video, especially now that it's being featured on Angry Cops' channel.
I don't know where she went to basic training, but her fucking drill sergeant said, what's that? She made a video about basic training? Game on.
So I was in Army basic training, and I left in February. I graduated sometime in May, and now I'm in AIT. So another thing that you need to know before going to basic training is when you get to reception, you're gonna have to get shots. But I'm finna put you up on game. So I got a shot in my glutes called the peanut butter shot. If you know, you know. So that was one of the only shots I had to get because I told them that it was against my religion to get shots. Is it? Maybe. But I know I didn't have to get those shots. So most people ended up having to get about 10 to 14 shots. And for me, like I said, it wasn't the case because I told them, look, this is not what I do. It's not my beliefs. I don't believe in this. I can't do it. And it worked.
Did you just admit to using a legitimate religious excuse to not complete medical readiness? Oh yeah, command. Oh yeah, I'm throwing you under the bus. That's a blue fucking falcon swooping in on you.
So besides reception, when you actually get to basic training, there's going to be something called a shark attack. So now shark attack is supposed to be the drill sergeants yelling at you, cussing at you, down your throat, you know, all this goofy stuff. That's supposed
getting you ready for the heat of combat, assuming on the chance that you end up getting an infantry MOS, because that sensory overload, which they can't even do anymore because some bitch boy in the upper command of the U.S. Army decided shark attacks were too mean. That sensory overload is supposed to prepare you because when you're in combat, and fuck, I'm a civilian and even I know this. When you're in combat, everything is going. Your sensor, all of your senses are just going through the fucking roof. Oh.
supposed to scare you, get the civilian life out of you. Shark attack was weak. And another thing too, I couldn't take my drill sergeant serious because I'm taller than most of them. Like, you're sitting here looking up at me like that, and I'm like, dude, at this point, you're a joke. You're a joke.
Oh, you hear that, drill sergeant? You're a joke because she's taller than you. I bet she might be the person to talk about how easy basic training was and how she won't afraid no drill sergeant because she can fucking fight him and she's so big and bad. And then in the next 5 minutes, might try to talk about how basic training was the hardest thing ever for her.
Yeah, she strikes me as the kind of person who would talk shit about drill sergeants behind their back. But then when that drill sergeant comes up and starts spitting fire in their face, suddenly they gotta stand. Suddenly she'll stand at attention and keep her fucking mouth shut. But as soon as drill sergeant's out of earshot, oh, he think he's so big and bad. He ain't no beast. He ain't big and bad. Man, I kick his ass all day long. Yeah, sure thing, bitch.
I went to basic training. I gained weight. I gained 10 pounds. Now, let me just say this. I didn't try my hardest in PT, and I was also the contraband goddess.
Are you kidding me? You didn't try at PT. You stuck in contraband all the fucking time, and you gained weight in basic training? You are the epitome of the shittiest soldier I have ever heard of. Every fucking stereotype of trash is leveled up in an even more disgusting volatile pile the more I look at her videos.
I gained weight, and it's not like it was muscle weight. I gained fat weight. I look overall fatter. I didn't do my absolute best in PT, mainly because I have to be motivated to do PT. After a while, it gets extreme.
You have to be motivated. I'm pretty sure drill sergeants screaming in your face. Shit. Drill sergeant getting in my ear because I can't handle people screaming right in my ear. Drill sergeant getting all up in my shit would be plenty of motivator for me to get my ass in gear. Oh, you basic soy mocha latte with foam at a Starbucks basic bitch.
Extremely annoying.
Who gives a fuck if you were entertained with PT? Maybe if you would have done the workouts instead of trying to sneak more snacks in your fucking face, you wouldn't have gained 10 pounds.
I don't think the exercises that the Army makes us does helps anyway. Like, what the hell is the bending reach gonna do for me? Go to YouTube and look up that exercise. It's stupid. It's not gonna do anything for me but mess my back up even more.
How would you know the bend and reach is useless? It's a fucking warm-up drill. It's not supposed to get you jacked, you fucking dunce. Oh, but here you are giving everybody your fucking beautiful thoughts from your beautiful tiny pea brain, and then in the same fucking video state that you never tried a PT.
I wasn't one of those soldiers who was scared to get dirty. Try not to be one of those people who's scared to do anything, scared to get your hands dirty, whatever. Just don't be like that, because that was definitely me. I wasn't one of those soldiers who was scared to get dirty, because that was definitely me.
Oh, don't be scared. Don't be scared like you were afraid of the bend and reach. Everybody take advice from the fat malingerer in the corner. Yeah, okay.
So whatever your opinions are about something, whether sleeping outside, digging a hole, whatever it is, don't let it be known, because they're going to get on you. They're going to make your life a living hell, like mine was in basic.
Called it. I thought that basic training wasn't hard at all for you, tough girl, huh? I thought that the PT was so stupid that you didn't have to do any of it because you're smart. Oh, you're so big brain and smart, you said. And the drill sergeants were short and you didn't fear them at all. But you just said,
they're going to make your life a living hell, like mine was in basic.
So which is it? Was PT, was basic easy for you, or was it a living hell for you? Were you not afraid of the drill sergeants, or were you afraid of the drill sergeants? Pick a lane and go with it, Grandpa. You ever watch Sesame Street? One of these things is not like the other. One of these things doesn't belong. You fucking chode.
listen up, you fucking scrub. You can either get clout because you were too badass for basic training, or get clout because basic training was hard as shit. You don't get both. I can't wait to see the fallout from this. Did you think there wouldn't be repercussions?
Oh, there are gonna be.
Oh, you can get out of the army, with no money down. Fucking idiot. Oh, if they let us do our job, we wouldn't have turds like this in the fucking army. Just bring down the shades in the bay for 3 or 4 days. The first 3 days. And let me do whatever I want with them. And the quitters will leave. I will separate the wheat from the chaff. And the army shall be glorious again.
I look overall fatter.
Oh my God. You know it's bad when when a potato like me thinks you're a piece of shit. But if I keep going on this, there's not much I can really. There's not much else I can really say about her from this whole thing. Oh my God! Like, I hope your command sees that video. I'm 99.5% positive they will see it because, dude, he's got over 990,000 subs. I guarantee you, at least one company commander is subscribed to his channel. There is no way you will last in the army, and there is no way you are getting an honorable discharge. You'll likely be getting an other than honorable or dishonorable, but I await an update on this. But that's gonna do it for today's reaction. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll check in with you later.